Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk. I am your host John, and today here on the channel we're going to be talking about Jaws and its 50th anniversary 4K Steelbook that just came out. And before we get into that 4K Steelbook review, I always like to give a quick film review, and today is actually different. We're not going to have a film review, mainly because me and David, aka Shamrock Balls, just completed our almost 6-hour journey diving into everything you could ever want to know about the film Jaws. We break the film down scene to scene, so I'm going to try and guide you guys to those two videos if you want to get my full thoughts and David's full thoughts on the film Jaws, mainly because David is one of the biggest Jaws fans I've ever, he actually is the biggest Jaws fan I've ever met, and I consider him an expert on the film, so you're going to want to really hear his full thoughts and my full thoughts on that. I'm not going to, give you the bullet point version right now. We're just going to talk about the differences in this 4K Steelbook that just came out, and we're going to compare it to the previously released 45th Anniversary Edition 4K Blu-ray that I have right here. And to give you guys just a little bit of an announcement, we're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. We actually might have hit it at the time you guys are seeing this video, and for that, I'm going to actually be giving away this Jaws 4K Steelbook that I have in my hand right here. So you'll be able to win that. You'll also have other giveaways, like we'll have Blu-ray collections, like a stack of Blu-rays that I'm going to set aside, almost like Blu-ray starter packs, just in this big celebration of hitting 5,000 subscribers, my way of giving back to you guys for supporting me. So make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Keep your eye out on the post so you can see how to enter those, and we'll do that on one big live giveaway in the next couple of weeks, on the show that we do every single Tuesday here with Dennis. But anyway, don't want to bore anyone who's just here just for the, hey, is this 4K Steelbook worth it in comparison to this 45th Anniversary Edition 4K? Well, it's going to come down to, are you a huge Jaws fan or not? Because the only difference in the two 4K Blu-rays is the actual brand new edition of the Jaws at 50 documentary, which if you come inside, let's look at this 4K Steelbook, because I like it. I didn't love it. I didn't love it when I first saw it. I thought it was a little bit too busy. But David, aka Shower Balls, like I said, he's the Jaws expert. He liked it, so, I always kind of go to him and what he thinks, and maybe he's got his pulse on the Jaws fans and seeing how they feel about it. It does come with a digital code as well. There you go. Now it's a 3-disc set. Jaws at 50 gets its own disc, which is awesome. It deserves it. It's 88 minutes long. All the previously released extras are there as well on the 4K Blu-ray disc and the Blu-ray disc, which includes Jaws, the original Jaws making of from, I believe, 1995, which is one of the most famous making ofs of all time. The Shark is Working documentary, one of the most famous documentaries as well, which is a follow-up to that one, is also included. I think that's the best of the 3 documentaries that you'll have. And what about that Jaws at 50 documentary? I really enjoyed it. You're going to get a new interview with Steven Spielberg, interviews with people who are influenced by the film, such as Jordan Peele. I don't think you're going to find out anything you didn't already know about the film. I think it's more to see how this movie has influenced modern-day directors. They talk about the influence it's had on shark culture. There's plenty in there. Obviously, a lot of the stuff they're kind of going through the bullet points, like I was saying, to make sure that people who are watching this, even if they hadn't seen the previously released documentaries, which they do take clips from and include in here, at least that you're caught up and you can follow along in case you just don't want to watch the other two. But I assume if you're watching Jaws at 50, you're a fan of Jaws, and this is just really going to add to your fandom. I don't think it's like the world's greatest documentary, but how much more can they say about Jaws? They even asked Steven Spielberg, what can you say about Jaws that you haven't said before? He's like, we'll find out. Like, everything has pretty much been said. Those other two making of documentaries leave no stone unturned. You're really there just to see how this has influenced other directors, and that's the stuff I found most interesting. It's also always interesting just to hear Steven Spielberg talk, so in my opinion, it's worth it as long as you're a fan of Jaws and you're interested in this. I just don't think you're going to learn anything you already didn't know, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was well edited. Documentaries for me are great. I always love it. You hear me talking about how much I love making up documentaries. Well, this was a good one. The 88 minutes flew by. I enjoyed myself. It's well edited. They got music playing underneath. Really did appreciate that. Again, just don't think you're going to learn anything new. And the disc itself that's packed in here is the same exact 4K Blu-ray disc that was released 5 years ago. So you're going to get the Dolby Atmos track, the HDR10, Dolby Vision that was all previously released. Now remember, when that 4K Blu-ray did come out, it wasn't a brand new scan. The scan had been done years before in 4K, and now we finally got it on 4K Blu-ray for its 45th Anniversary Edition. And I remember at the time people said that it was really good, but it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 disc. And I stand behind that, actually, from what people were saying then. In my personal opinion, it's a very good disc. Jaws has never looked better. It's not a 10 out of 10 4K disc. Does it deserve better? I don't know. It still feels like Jaws. I do think that there's room for improvement when it comes to the visuals, especially. The audio is really good. It's not like the biggest punch, but I tell you what, one of that John Williams score, one of the most famous scores of all time, it definitely does give your system a little bit of a workout, but it's not going to leave your system feeling sweaty or anything like that. It's just more like, you know, it gave it a good workout, it's feeling good, but it's nothing too special. Again, the 4K disc itself is probably like an 8 or 9 out of 10, but you know, the extras add so much to it, and now getting this 4K Steelbook, is it going to be worth it for you? Again, it's all going to come down to, are you a Jaws fan? How do you feel about Jaws? All you're going to be getting is that brand new documentary. So if you have the previously released edition, just know that you're not going to be seeing anything new with the visuals or audio. Everything is exactly the same. All the extras are exactly the same. It's just for that documentary. In my opinion, I'm not the world's biggest Jaws fan, like I've said. I would like to keep this 4K Steelbook because just you know, a little bit of like, I might go back to this in like 10 years and rewatch it. Probably not. Honestly, if I'm going to rewatch a Jaws documentary, I'm going to watch probably the previously released two, but hey, you never do know. But you know what? I'm very happy with my 45th anniversary edition. If I wasn't buying this for the giveaway, I probably would have just let it be and been like, hey, I'm happy with the 4K I already have. The packaging is nice. I like the lenticular cover. Don't necessarily need that 4K Steelbook, but you know, Jaws is arguably the most popular film of all time. So the Jaws fans out there, I'm sure, are going to want to grab this one. And how would I rate this 4K Blu-ray on a score of 1 to 10? Well, I will give Jaws, the brand new 50th anniversary 4K Steelbook, a pretty solid 8 out of 10. And guys, like I said earlier, this will be given away, so keep an eye out on the post. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video if you could, spread the word. We also have channel memberships, so if you want to become a friend of the channel, a producer for the channel like John Doe Juggalo and Ben Rondo, you can do that. Or you could even become a channel director like Nicholas Head, Frank from Frank's Media and Reviews, Uncle V, and Kevin Kruger. You can do that. Or you can even become a channel bankroll member like Mr. Smelly Potato. But of course, guys, if you got no money to throw away, don't worry about it all. All I hope is that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, get out in those streets, tell your friends about us, and then we'll be seeing you around.